No, clown. Well,
It was like magic dust.
you know what this says?
Hair.
It says to start the podcast.
Oh.
It's reminding you. That's good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's 9 o'clock.
You're supposed to be doing a podcast, dickhead.
Sorry, we were just having so much fun.
But let me turn this.
The pre-podcast show brought to you by.
You guys missed it, man. Kevin and I were telling the most hilarious, fucked up, sexist, racist, misogynistic shit, just killing ourselves.
Yeah.
And you guys didn't hear it, so
You didn't hear it.
So.
However.
Oh, Beth's here.
Hi, Beth.
Hey, Beth, how you doing?
What's
She said she
happening?
might watch.
Yay! Yes.
Oh goodness.
But for a small fee, we can include you.
Include you.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I am include you. That's what it sounds like. Include you.
Include you.
Include you.
Include you.
Yeah, from like people, you know.
Yeah. Include you.
Oh
I come from the town of include you.
Oh my God.
That time we got
Starvin'
banned.
Marvin.
We got
That was
banned.
his name on
That
South
was
Park.
fun.
Starvin'
That's a
Marvin.
lot of fun. Starving Marvin.
Okay, tonight's podcast is not.
No?
It doesn't have anything to do with Starvin' Marvin.
Not yet.
Give it
Still
time.
early.
Give it a little
It's
time.
still early,
The
folks.
seed has just been planted.
I'm sure it'll go off the rails in any minute.
It's been going off 3 hours for about an hour. Now, I hope everybody's doing well out there. We're getting ready to get started in a second. But
Hello.
we should check our levels.
Okay.
Okay, everybody check your levels.
Hello,
Check-
hello,
check on
hello.
the check.
Can anyone
Check.
hear me? Hello. Yeah, I heard that.
That was something.
That was,
big
that was
ass
good.
fart.
That was an accident.
That was a- that
Well,
was
of course
a
it was
lily.
an accident.
That was a
That wasn't
giant. That was like hit in the head by one of Lily Titty.
Whoa! Please, sir.
But knock you right over.
Oh,
Wow.
boy.
Hey, we built these titties on rock and roll.
I agree with myself.
And you'll just deal with it.
Remember, you heard it here first. Views expressed on the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus are not necessarily that of the Loudini Rock and Roll
Correct.
Circus.
Correct. We got
Just
all-
remember that, folks. No matter what happens.
Glad you put the disclaimer out there because that matters.
I have joined the South Hills Chorale. Oh, Beth, congratulations.
Yay! Wait, what?
The South Hills Chorale.
Is that like?
It's not. No, it's not like Golden Corral.
I love their shrimp.
No, Kevin. No. No, Kevin.
I'm singing a Golden Corral.
Hello, Billy T.
Okay, all right.
Billy T. Hello. Hello.
Chris said we're good.
All right.
Chris knows.
He always knows.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're okay.
No, we are not okay.
Of course we are.
I'm pretty fucking far from all right
You're
right
something,
now.
man. Know what I'm saying?
Like Pulp's Fiction.
Those are sweet.
They're clean for now.
Yeah. For
All
now.
right.
On the way home, I'm sure Mother
Lily's
Nature
got a
will
brand
take care
new-
of that.
I'm
Lily's
sure,
got a
yeah.
brand new set of Chucks. There's a rock and roll song. Lily got a brand new pair of Chucks.
There you go. Right.
It's like a rockabilly thing, right?
It is.
We got to come up with that and perform that at the next Loudini function.
the many things we are working on
Oh, goodness gracious.
behind the scenes.
Okay, so not only tonight is about dumb rock stars, but like dumb podcast people too.
Yeah.
That's every week though.
That shows every week, yeah. You tune in, you can hear that anytime.
To be continued always.
Hex yes.
So
Oh boy.
we haven't really even discussed like what our criteria for dumb is or anything. So we're just gonna go with it.
I just chose
And
to
whatever's
go.
gonna happen is just gonna happen.
Just dumb.
That's kind of scares me. a
And
little.
you know, you guys come here, you wouldn't have it any other way. I can see how you guys are.
Gluttons for punishment.
Yep, the messier, the more
Down in dirt.
Loudini gets like, you know, gets his ass in a sling over something he's saying, the better you like it. We come to watch that boy fuck up. He fuck up every week. He'll come back.
He gets himself in a banana hammock all the time. I'm just saying. Is that wrong?
I've been writing
giving
down
you-
potential band names. I think maybe Banana Hammock.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Banana Hammock.
That's
You've
a
been
good
writing down potential band names
Oh,
since I met
dude.
you.
Years.
Banana Panic. Oh, Banana Panic, but
Banana
Banana
Panic.
Hammock or Banana Panic.
Banana hammock panic.
But, okay,
That's a tongue twister. Forget that.
Say
Banana
that.
slings.
the Banana Slings.
The bananas.
You
You can open the shows with that.
Yep.
All right. Should we get this thing started?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
It's bad when I'm the voice of reason.
Legit.
Kevin, you are the reason, and the reason is Pittsburgh, Kevin.
I'm the reason for the seat. No, that's not me.
It's podcasting season, so let's
there you go.
try to see if we can keep ourselves together. And if somebody's going to have to go over there and get me a bottle of water,
I'll get it.
Please.
'Cause I'm closest.
Someone.
I'm going to start as soon as he's done doing whatever that thing.
it's coming back, so I'm sounding louder. Here, could you hand that to Lou? It's like you folks are really here with us.
God, you're not.
When I mix that, I'll make sure I'll put some kind of crazy panning effect on it. You all lose your
Can you add
minds.
footsteps? A door opening and closing?
I'm gonna
the old
hire like
radio
the best
broadcast?
Foley artists, to do. I'm not gonna do no samples. It's gonna be like the real thing. I'm gonna go out with like microphones and shit.
Yeah.
Nice. Like, are you guys ready to do something?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Oh, that's a pleasant sound. All right, here we go.
Hang in there.
I'm a little scratchy. In 5, 4, 3. On this week's Loudini Rock and Roll Circus podcast, we explore the many mishaps and missteps and misspeaks of some of the dumbest rock stars in rock history. Get ready to rock out with your talk out. It's the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus. Moms and dads, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus podcast. If you're tuning in, you know what you're going to get, right? Do I have to? Do I have to?
God, I
Like,
hope so.
I feel like every week, it's like, hey, Mr. Lombardi, can you please stand up in the back and tell us what the meaning of, in a sentence, what capitalism is? It's like, I feel like I'm like, and it's every, like, yeah, I know what I'm saying.
It's how you know that the sentence is beginning. The capitalism of the first letter of the word means that new sentence is starting. Right?
All the cheddar here.
All the cheddar. Never better. Better go home, Mama, and get your sweater. Oh, Fezzik, you have a great gift for rhyme. Okay. Anyways, this is the Loudini Rock and Roll. I'm Loudini, a.k.a. Lou Lombardi. No, I'm Lou Lombardi, a.k.a. Loudini. I always get those two things mixed up.
Messed up.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's...
One and the same.
Yeah, we've got Lily V6 from Rock Rage Radio with us.
What's up?
As well as the man himself, the legend, Pittsburgh Kevin.
Hey.
Shout out to some very cool folks that help us do this thing each week. Wolf's Customs. You need a artwork on your musical instrument. Guitars, basses, drums. He doesn't discriminate. He'll do you do your accordion, your ukulele,
Sure.
your harpsichord,
Yeah.
your auto harp,
Your melodica.
your melodica, your jaw harp.
Oh,
There's
look at
all
that.
kind of different harps. But anyways,
So good.
he'll do some awesome artwork on it. We're kidding. All kidding aside, very very cool. a bunch of different things. Check them out online. Find Wolf's Customs or a favorite social media site. RockRageRadio.com. That's where you can download the app to hear great music-related content 24/7, 365, and a quarter. We have to be right, you know.
Yeah, you know.
God forbid I say something wrong and then, it'll go down in history, you know.
Right.
And then it'll be all
We've
kind of
never
problems.
been wrong.
Yeah, it'll be a total problem. Yeah. But in any case, so check out Rock Rage Radio. Download the app. Very, very cool, and you guys will really like it. Totally free, by the way. And check out us. Check out the Loudini Rock and Roll Circus and Lou Lombardi at loulombardimusic.com and or loudinirockandrollcircus.com. You want to become a part of our Inner Circle on Facebook as a private Facebook group where we all hang out and we keep the conversation going before and after all through the week, and we have a good time. It's all music related stuff, so I think you guys like it. Plus, get you access to some free downloads and things like that. So check that out, loulombardimusic.com or loudinirockandrollcircus.com. Okay, I feel like I got that on.
You okay?
Wow. I'm trying to speak more articulately.
Yes.
Number one. I'm also trying to slow down a little bit.
Okay.
I know that was fast, but I think that was slower than some of them I've done. I listen back to these things and I'm like, oh my God, what is that guy even saying? Like I can't even tell what's there. Like I could turn it. What we could do is we could record for like half the show and I just slow it down to half speed. And it would probably be right.
Loudini has such a deep voice now.
Yeah. Anyways. We're just having a little bit of fun with you
Just
guys.
a little.
A little bit of fun. So, we do have, as I said, we do have Lily V6.
We do.
Yeah, what's so?
I are here.
You went to a very interesting event.
I did. I went to the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra PNC Pops, the Paul Simon Songbook, and they did all of the greatest Paul Simon songs. They had, I don't know, like what was it, 20 of them or something. Started with Graceland, ended with me and Julio down by the schoolyard. 3 singers they had coming from other cities like New York, and I can't remember the other 2, but sounded fantastic. I teared up a little bit. I had great seats. I won the tickets, which was awesome. And I recommend going to one of these Pittsburgh Pops things if you are in the area. They do several of them apparently. So
Sounds fun. Very, very cool. And you won the tickets doing what?
radio show
Ooh, what we do? Oh.
on the radio.
Oh, yeah, I guess you could do it that way,
Bob
too.
FM.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, Bob FM. You have everybody has a Bob or a Randy or a Joe. It's all over the country.
Yeah, it's just different names.
Yeah, it's different
I
names.
just happened on Thursday to enter a contest that they sent me in my email, and I won the
You're
tickets
like,
Friday.
okay,
So
why
I'm like,
not?
oh yeah, this is cool.
Do they? Speaking of that, and maybe somebody in the audience could answer this. Are there female? Is there like Kimberly FM
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Oh.
and Mary Jane
Oh,
FM?
Mary Jane FM.
I didn't even mean thinking of it that way, but
Yeah.
like Elizabeth FM.
LaQuisha FM.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. We got to
Little
make sure
hip
we
hop.
get.
That could be like a
we
hip
have
hop thing, right?
No. The idea behind those stations is they play everything.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, like they literally
Well,
play,
they can play, like,
everything.
gangster rap,
Like, they play like
hip-hop.
They'll play like Bing Crosby, and then they'll play Metallica.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
you know.
That's true. That's true.
So,
So we want to be inclusive. Get
so
everybody.
I'm just
in
wondering if they ever used the
there. Lakshmi.
the gender.
Lakshmi FM.
All the alternate.
Yeah.
I
Sure.
don't know. I don't know if I'm allowed to even say
Seamus.
say
Why can't it be Seamus?
say
What's wrong with?
female. Is that like politically?
No,
correct
it's
now?
fine. That's
I think
fine.
it's still okay.
There you go. That's fine.
Gender fluid. I love that.
Gender
That
fluid.
sounds like something like you got on the toilet.
No.
You
Oh,
got
here we
done-
go.
You got off a toilet seat.
Here it comes.
You know that
No.
sheets up there in Apollo. You know what I'm talking about? The one they haven't remodeled yet. The old one.
Yeah, there's some
You
gender
were-
fluid
yep.
in that floor.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, there's some gender fluid floating around in there.
Yeah. Remember we
Why don't
got
I like that?
canceled that one night? That was great. I liked it. That was a lot of fun. Thanks, Mav.
But doesn't every time somebody says that, gender
fluid.
Ew, gender fluid. Like, ew, what's that?
Maybe
It's
we need to rethink the name of that. Anyone?
30
maybe
weight.
wanna
30 weight
change
gender
that
fluid.
would be great.
30 weight.
It's very viscous.
Ah,
Viscous. Here's a
Visco-
punk
viscous.
band.
Here it
Here's a
comes.
punk band.
Yeah?
viscous gender fluid.
Ah,
Bingo. Write it down.
That's like real. Like that's
write
like
it down and
hardcore
puke it
punking.
up.
Yeah, that's almost as good as Kenny G and the Shrimp Shrek.
It's
Shrek,
Captain
Shrek, Shrek.
Geach and the Shrimp Shack Shooters.
good thing
Hello.
you're here.
Kenny
Lil.
G.
Thank you. Kenny G.
Kenny G wouldn't work with them.
Bruce Stringbean and the Sesame Street Band.
Yeah. Bruce Springsteen.
Not as popular as the other guys, but still good music.
Oh boy.
C is for Cookie, biggest hit.
Oh yeah, that's a great.
That's great.
Great song. Anyways, stupid. Listen, guys.
Oh boy.
You know these
we
are the
go.
people that have brought like all kinds of craziness to the world. That and if you're a normal, level-headed kind of person, you realize they're just bringing craziness and that's fun and everything like that. But these guys kind of buy their own bullshit, and it's pretty funny.
Yes, sir.
I was surprised when I researched this by some people that I like, and I was like, "Ooh,
They did that?
you're kind of stupid." As well as and there's going to definitely be some folks that we're going to talk about that you all are going to go like, yeah.
We already know.
We know that guy's a moron. And this is a comedy podcast, so we're just gonna have a little bit of fun. And if you're gonna cry like a little bitch,
Bye.
fuck you, pussy.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
let's go ahead.
Go home.
In the words of the band Extreme, if you don't like what you see here, get the funk out.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and just kind of look. And these are going to be things said, things done,
Yep.
maybe really stupid business deals.
Sure.
Word.
So it can be anything. And we're going to call it part one because this,
That's the way you are.
the musicians, yes, the bastions of, common sense and, level-headed thinking. So, anyways, let's go ahead. We're going to start with Lily. What's on your list?
Ooh.
I have Izzy Stradlin, and I called it When You Gotta Go, You Gotta Go.
Oh boy.
So during a 1989 flight from Indianapolis to LA, the Guns N' Roses guitarist could have used a little patience. Annoyed that the bathroom was occupied, Stradlin
Where's the drum thing? Damn it, that would have been great.
Stradlin declared, "I'm not waiting any longer." Then, according to an FBI agent's report, he unzipped his pants and took a leak into the galley area of the plane, shocking passengers and a flight attendant. After his arrest, Geffen Records publicist Brindenthal appealed to the First Amendment, saying relieving himself in the galley was just his way of expressing himself.
Yeah.
As a part of his misdemeanor guilty plea, Stradlin had to write an apology letter to the U.S. Air crew. So specifically, it was U.S. Air.
U.S. Air.
So was it or was it just him being dumb? Probably just dumb.
That's great. That's great. I think that this list I'm gonna talk about here. This is a kind of twisting it around a little bit. This is a group of musicians that were dumb altogether.
Yeah.
And so, in other words, this is guys that were kicked out of bands for the absolute most reasons. So, I'm just gonna jump with this one. Michael Anthony got fired by the Van Halen brothers for not hating Sammy Hagar enough.
Enough.
Just what's the percentage that they were looking for?
Yeah, he's been playing for the last 2 weeks. Watch every single interview with Van Halen or members of Van Halen you can find on YouTube. Then try to figure out which member isn't an asshole. Good luck with that. But after 20 hours of research, I'm pretty sure that if I had to pick one dude from Van Halen not to hate, it would be bassist Michael Anthony. By all accounts, he seems to be just like some cool dude, right? So, the Van Halen, they split with Diamond Dave in 1985.
Oh my.
A lot of people blame David Lee Roth. because he's made a career of being a narcissist.
Little bit, yeah. I'm
Kind
so
of a
handsome.
hyperbolic cartoon of a man, right? Okay, so it's easy to believe that Eddie Van Halen was dying to be an artist, and Dave only cared about testosterone-driven silliness. But as another 30 years would reveal, that's probably very wrong. Instead, it seems there's a lot of truth to that. Well, there's a video clip below, which we're not going to play. But there's a clip that where he seems to kind of get this out of his system. And, he makes the argument that the Van Halen brothers are just like little brats. And they're petty in a way.
They get butt hurt.
Yep.
Oh.
So the Van Halen boys hook up with Hagar, a man seemingly less ego than Roth, and more of a traditional musician. He embraced Eddie's desire to, bring in keyboards and things like that. So you could think, well, the problem is solved. We all thought so. It seemed like a match made in heaven, didn't Pittsburgh, Kevin?
It was,
That's my favorite.
Nope. After a successful decade with Sammy, it seems the boys hated him too, and he was surprise fired.
No.
Surprise!
Okay. Surprise! You're fired. like that always makes me think that really cringy scene at the beginning of Jerry Maguire,
When he walks out with the fish.
where he gets fired, where that guy fires him and stuff like that. It is so cringy and shitty. Yep. That's exact. Every time I think of the Van Halen thing, I think of that scene. Then they sort of pretended to bring back David Lee Roth.
Sure.
So, if you still think that that's crazy, look what they did with Mitch Malloy. Look what they did with poor Gary Sharon.
Oh, poor guy.
So finally, Eddie's not feeling well. He's got health problems. Michael Anthony says, hey, sure, I'll play some dates with Sammy Hagar while nothing's going on with the band. Played for 30 years, and guess what? Anthony gets fired. Mm-hmm. He said in 2010, the major reason why I'm not in Van Halen is because I'm friends with Sammy again. Halen brothers never got over that. If they hold a grudge, they hold it forever.
This sounds like girl high school shit.
Uh-huh.
Or something I do now. You have to hate her too.
I have some ideas about that. I don't know if I want to talk about them on the podcast. They might really get me in trouble. It's not funny stuff. It's something I think seriously could be a thing.
About Lily?
Now, a lot of people are going to say this is bullshit because Wolfgang's, Eddie's son, is a far better musician. Sure, why not? It's hard not to be a better bass player than Anthony's merely serviceable. I disagree with that. I disagree. I'm reading an article by this is now, wait a minute, this is on Cracked. I said Cracked. So, they bust everybody's chops.
If anybody knows, it's Alfred E. Newman.
Alfred E. Newman. It is.
Yeah, right.
Walter Cronkite.
Oh boy.
What we have at our fingertips is arguably one of the greatest high tenor voices ever that was in Michael Anthony. In our tiny little corner of the universe, that voice is identifiable as the high voice in Earth, Wind, and Fire, as identifiable as like a high voice in the Beach Boys. Okay, so he says he would always. So they look. He said look forward to having that reunion with Michael Anthony, but they couldn't do it because they hold a grudge. They're like the stupid people, the dumb.
They're dumb.
They're just fucking stupid. I think that this has something to do probably with how their father acted and stuff like that. That is not that. I think that kind of behavior is a sort of maybe even a sign of maybe some kind of abuse or dysfunction or something. Yeah, that. You have serious issues, man. I don't like people like that, man. I don't go near them because it's one thing if you get seriously screwed over.
Right.
Like seriously, somebody like screws you over. Like you hear about this with husbands and wives and stuff like that, and there's people that can't forgive, you know what I mean? And that just ends up eating them alive. But in any case, these guys were like kind of, they're maybe kind of psychotic or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean about
I
it?
hate you because you're friends with them.
And they would turn. They seem like they turn on you on a dime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just decide they're done with you. They're done with you. And that's like, That's creepy and weird and stupid.
That's what girls do.
Well,
Maybe it's going to come out that that Eddie and Alex were actually women.
No, I don't think
Whoa.
that's going to be a
Wouldn't
thing.
that be hilarious?
It would be, but I don't.
That next week on That's Hilarious, find out. That's hilarious.
that's disturbing because Alex plays with his shirt off, and I never noticed.
Well, Joan Jett,
Why? Why did you have to go there?
she's a member of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee.
Yeah, I know, but she's a badass.
She'd kick all of your asses.
And we'd like it.
No doubt.
We liked it.
She'd have to make sure she had her arthritis medicine first. I don't know why I'm picking Joan Jett. I'm just
give me
being a
some of
jerk.
that.
She's going to hear this and come
It's
here
a
and kick
kid.
it.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just kicking-
I
I'm
don't
just-
think she's listening
I'm just
tonight.
dicking around, just being stupid, just having fun. Okay. I think we need to talk to Mr. Pittsburgh.
John's like, did he just mention me? Anyway. All right, so I got he's not necessarily did anything dumb. And I love the
okay, then
guys-
you're off the podcast now because that was the assignment.
That was me getting kicked off the podcast.
Well,
No.
You failed. Anyway, go on.
So I got a Black Label Society. You all right there? You okay? Did you hit your head? DVD, right? No, I love Zach. I love Zach, right? So, no, you probably have a different reason.
Okay.
So there's of course extras on the DVD interviews. I'm like, I want to hear what this man has to say.
Blow it out your ass.
And that was it.
Ah, what goes to dynamite? In it?
Blow
Yeah.
it out your ass.
There you go. That's not what he said. He might as well have.
He probably did, though.
But the interviewer is basically like, how did you get interested in guitar? I'm like, here we go. Shed some light. Here we go. Zach's like, when I was a kid, I wanted to play baseball. I was playing baseball, and I'm out there playing baseball, and I'm having a good time playing baseball. And my dad's like, I really like you playing baseball. I got a little bit older, and I kind of lost baseball. And now I want to be a football player. I want a football player, and I'm out there, and I'm playing linebacker, and I'm playing. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? Where's the guitar part come in? And so I'm out there, and one day I'm over at a friend's house, and he pulls out this Les Paul, and he starts playing on it. I'm like, oh, that's what I want to do. What? What? And I'm like, all right, maybe the rest of the interview will go well. No, it went
It was
downhill.
much like
Now,
that.
granted, he may have had a couple of beers, I'm just saying. But I'm like, holy cow. Any insight I was hoping to get from this man? Not
Fail.
so much. Yeah.
Fail.
So it's not that he did anything dumb. It's just he was just
That was dumb.
incoherent.
That is kind of dumb.
Just,
We can talk about that on our DVD.
baseball. He was praising baseball like I praise Les Pauls. I'm like,
That's kind of weird.
where are we going with this?
He's a weird man, and I don't like it.
Look at yes, he scared me. He's very big, like a biker. He's
Blow
got
it
the
out your
beard.
ass.
Thank you. He's got big beard, a big bushy beard, and he says the F word an awful
But he
lot.
wears a dress.
What's that?
Or kilt. Sorry.
He does?
Yeah, where's the kilt on stage?
Oh well, that's it. It's all over.
Dude, when he's on stage, he was fucking before that. What's his name was? What's his name now? The guy who plays Thor in the Marvel films.
I know who you mean. I don't know his name. I'm sorry.
Paul
but
Rubens.
That's not it.
No, Was I
Ruben
wrong?
Blades.
Well,
Wouldn't it be funny? I'd love to recast the all of that with like the completely wrong people. But okay, so we're having a good time. So do we have any comments?
Just that we need help.
you guys are picking up what we're putting down. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Beth said you guys aren't right.
Yep.
Bill Thomas, Pittsburgh Kevin was doing Elmo on Sesame Street doing Near and Far. That was actually Grover. I'm going to correct you because I've seen that about 100 times. I also have it on DVD. Michael Gold says, is gender fluid what is lying on the floor of a gas station bathroom?
Yes.
That is our comments.
Very good.
Right.
Because you guys are paying attention.
Very good. You're passing this
They're
out.
just not right in the head.
That was Beth.
I know.
Well, she knows
I
us.
believe I'm not right in the head. So aren't you glad you tuned in this evening?
I know I am.
Okay. So We are going to speak with Lily Von Six.
Von
Help
Sticks.
us. So Chris Robinson is next on my list.
Okay.
After a 1991 concert in Denver, I didn't actually name this one. I'm kind of sad about it. The Black Crowes from frontman squawked when a 7-Eleven clerk refused to sell him alcohol after midnight. As he was fuming, a fellow customer looked to her friend Elizabeth Juergens and said, "That's the lead singer for the Black Crowes." When Juergens replied, "Who are the Black Crowes?" Robinson whirled around and told her she'd know who the Black Crowes were if she didn't eat so many Twinkies.
Oh.
Things got ugly from there, with Robinson spitting on Juergens before walking out with 2 cases of beer. The hard-to-handle singer later pled guilty to disturbing the peace.
Wow, sir.
I didn't think he was so violent.
That is hilarious.
Fat shaming.
Wow. Wow.
I eat Twinkies. I know who the Black Crowes are.
What about Shat?
There you go.
Shat faming.
Shat faming.
Let's try Shat faming.
Okay.
Blow it out your ass.
Who let us 3 out of the loony bin?
These are the greatest comments we've
Yeah.
ever had. This is what we've been looking for. Finally, it's a fucking circus. That is what we're trying to do.
It's alive.
Bill Damiano says we're freezing a little
I
bit.
think I'm gonna have to take my pants off.
Oh, God.
Please don't freeze during that.
Okay. I'm gonna say one. Can I say one? Can I say one?
It's your
Please.
turn.
Let me say it. I want to say one. I want to say one.
Louis, it's your turn.
No. I'm gonna time my turn. Say one. Oh, I'm gonna say one.
You
I
all
want to
right?
say a good
Do
one.
it. Do
It's
it.
gonna
Do
be
it.
good.
Do it. Do
Oh,
it.
you're not
Do
gonna
it.
know it.
Do it.
You're not gonna
Do
know
it.
it at all.
Do it.
See, don't encourage us, people. Don't.
Hal, I don't know what you're gonna do with this one. It'll
I
be
feel like a
interesting.
4th grade teacher.
So
You're optimistic.
this is like, this is like preschool.
Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about kids. So.
Wow. This doesn't know the difference between a preschooler and a 4th grader.
Nope.
Holy shit.
Nope.
Dude, you really need to do something.
I don't want to have children. So there's-
Good answer.
and I'm not around them.
I don't mean that, but like if you don't know the difference between
Nah.
a 4-year-old and a 4th
I'm
grader.
supposed to know the difference between a 4-year-old and you two, so there's that.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
I had to find the right sound effect for that.
You need to stop.
Hey, oh, were you gonna say one, Lou?
I'm saying one.
It's,
It's my
his turn.
Do it. Do it, Lou. Do it.
It's my turn. When Billy Joel signed a 10-album recording contract with Family Productions in 1971, he had no idea that he would almost immediately regret the decision and that it would haunt him for almost 2 decades. The trouble started with Joel's first album, Cold Spring Harbor, which was produced by Family Productions head Artie Rip. Cold Spring Harbor was incorrectly mastered at the wrong speed and gave Joel a much higher voice. Wow. Rip claimed that it would cost too much money to fix and release the album anyway. Joel had signed away ownership of the recordings and publishing of his music, so he had no recourse. The album was a commercial disappointment, and Joel considered it a huge embarrassment. Joel was, you can still go buy, this record is out. Like, you
Really?
can go buy it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you've seen it in the record, so when you see the cover, you'll be like, oh, yeah, I've seen that. Joel was able to exit the toxic deal when Columbia Records bought out his Family Records contract in 72, but Rip negotiated a 4% cut of the retail price of Joel's Columbia albums for the next 15 years. Even after killing Joel's career before it began, Rip reaped the benefits of Joel's huge success with Columbia in the 70s and 80s. In 1978, Columbia head writer Walter Yetnoff purchased Joel's publishing from Rip and gave it to Joel as a birthday present. Aww.
Oh, okay.
But the story didn't end there. Rip released a remix version of Cold Spring Harbor in '83 that finally corrected the album's pitch to further capitalize on Joel's superstar popularity. So this Rip dude, he was really shady. And Billy Joel, I'm not saying Billy Joel remains stupid. He probably learned a big lesson. But we will chalk this up as he was really fucking stupid to sign this. A 10-album deal. Like, I don't know who's helping
He
him
probably
make
thought,
it.
I hit the jackpot.
Yeah. And that was, because then they got you.
Yeah.
They fucking, got you. It was really shitty. He said that here's what he's making. Here's what he was making a week.
Yeah, what?
$400 a week. And he had to pay a band.
righteous bucks, man.
He had to pay a band. When they, the dudes from Columbia saw him, his wife at the time, you know, like did everything. She got them out to a concert when they played the West Coast, and they were like, "Oh my God, he's fantastic!" Like, gets up and he was doing the whole thing. Got up on the piano, like he was a badass.
Yeah.
And Michael Goltz, I'm talking about Billy Joel. Hope you're listening.
Yes.
And he was a total bad. And they were the execs at Columbia wanted him, and they're like, and she was like, "Man, I got to shut it down. We have no money. We're completely broke. We were credit cards maxed out and everything." And he's like, "What do you mean you're gonna shut it down?" And he says, "I have to." He says, "We're in this bad deal," and I can't remember the exec's name right off the top of my head, but they went and negotiated real hard with these jerks. That they weren't jerks. They were, well, I don't know, the con artists, whatever you want to call them. Snookered. They snookered him into this deal, and really like hard negotiations. He intimated that he may have threatened violence at a couple different points. But so it took that to get his stuff straightened out so he could do his thing. But yes, really stupid deal. Never sign anything. 10-year contract, 10-album contract. I mean, they could just bury you. They could be like, yeah, go make an album, and then never put it out or whatever, just because they don't want to bother with you. And that's happened to a lot of people.
That sucks.
I've heard of bands that got signed. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's a band, and I can't remember the name will come to me probably 3 podcasts from now. That they were a 90s band, and they were in that Black Crowes kind of sound. And I believe they got signed to the same record label as the Black Crowes. And the reason they signed them was they didn't want these guys to overshadow the Black Crowes. So they signed them and then kept them like down. They didn't really promote them and stuff.
That sucks.
Although imagine like if Billy would have stayed in that contract and they just would have continually sped everything up, just the songs and how they'd sound. Right?
No, we have the Chipmunks.
Yeah. Could have been a whole new thing. He could have been bigger. Stupid Billy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that I remember thinking that I thinking that his first album when I was a kid, that his first album, I believe I thought it was Piano Man. Like, I could be wrong, but whatever it was, and then I saw this thing, and I was like, what? And he looks different. You can tell he's like really young on the cover.
Michael Gold chimed in.
Yes.
Harbor, Artie Rip is a total piece of shit, and Kevin, shut the fuck up. That's what he said.
That's not very nice.
About your little chipmunk
Chipmunk.
singing.
I'm shutting the fuck up now.
Here's Billy
No, we
Joel.
love you.
Lily, stop
Here's-
looking at the phone, and I'm going to
Here's how I have a sample, a cut from that Cold
Do you?
Spring Harbor from the
Do it,
original.
do it,
Here's
yeah.
what it sounds like.
And there
See,
it is.
that's gold. That's gold right there.
Michael, I'm just kidding. We're
I
just
know,
having
Mike.
fun.
Come on.
Show your shit out.
Come on, Mike.
Here, wait a minute. Here, take here.
What is that?
That's the chill pill.
Oh.
Just take. When the doctor woke him up and said, "Doctor." Oh boy, yes. I think I'm going to invite. I think I'm going to invent chill pills. I think we should sell chill pills. as
Well,
merchandise.
Lily and I have already invented the drinkerette.
No,
It-
I
you-
invented it. I said it
We
first.
stole
Actually,
it.
you
You
just
did not
came up with the
copyright.
name. You
yeah,
didn't say
we
copyright.
actually we came up with the whole concept. You came up with the name. We're like,
Drinkerette.
You like to smoke? You like to drink? We got something for you. The Drinkerette. Light up.
Best of both worlds.
The best of both worlds.
Speaking of Van Halen, right?
Oh, I don't really have it. The only other one I thought of was good old Lars from Metallica and this whole.
Good old
There's
Lars.
nothing wrong with him. What are you trying to
No,
say?
I'm just saying. I get where he was coming from, but geez, the way he pulled it all off, and I'm just pissed off because I couldn't get free music off of Napster anymore.
Ah,
I'm
yes.
like, instead of
I
sitting
kind of
back,
feel that was a dumb move, but whatever.
yeah. I mean, like, use your brain and say, all right, there's this new medium. What can we? How can we
get
make
money?
money instead of just
Money.
shutting the whole damn thing down? So thanks for nutting.
Thanks for nothing,
Thanks for
honey.
nutting, honey.
Chill pills are called Xanax.
Who said that?
Michael.
Okay.
Nice. What one was I gonna even do? I don't even know now.
Oh,
Oh, slash.
wait, what?
Slash.
Explain.
Hangover style is what I called it.
This,
But-
this guy, like, I read a bit about this dude, and seriously, now that's fucking stupid. There's some of this shit. Go ahead. I know
Okay.
you can talk. He did some
Come on
fucking
now.
like,
Come on
like
now.
the kind of shit. Now, this is the kind of shit that could land you in the fucking morgue type shit that he did.
Anyway, he's been sober for a hot second, but after a near-death experience where he was told he could have died at 35, right before toning down his drug abuse,
Excuse me.
Slash used to blow out his advance paycheck by buying insane amounts of heroin and cocaine. In the early 90s, while high on drugs, he became convinced that a monster that looked like the Predator was chasing him with weapons and managed to run completely naked through an Arizona golf resort, smashes a glass door, took a maid as a shield, and then hid behind a lawnmower. And if that wasn't enough, what about the time when he picked up a mountain lion as a pet and kept it in his hotel room? Hangover style is where I got that one from. While in Beijing, Curtis, the lion's name, escaped from the cage and completely destroyed the room before being sedated.
Huh.
So there's two
Well.
stupid things he did.
There you go.
He's a fucking like, no.
Maybe him and Zach should go bowling.
He's like,
They
they'd
probably
be like,
have.
I can, you know who would be? You know what it'd be like? It'd be like him, Zach Wild, and we need a third guy. Give me a third like fucked up rock guitar player, like a guy who's like completely out of his mind, but he's a rock guitar player.
My brain just broke. I don't know.
Yeah, thanks, Lou. Put us on the spot.
I can't think of anybody. Like Billy Joe from
Green
Green Day.
Uh-huh.
the three of them go bowling, Big Lebowski style.
Shut the fuck up, Billy.
Yeah, you got it. You did exactly Billy.
the fuck up,
yeah.
Billy.
Or Billy Corrigan. He'd be
Oh,
another.
there you go.
He might even be better.
He's kind of out
That's
there.
probably better.
Yeah, that's the better one. That's the better one.
There you go.
So Zach Wild. Well, dude, you got to do this. Zach
Slash.
Wild and Slash and Billy Corrigan. Yeah, they're all
You
bowling.
can be Zach Wild, I'll be Slash, and you can be Billy Corgan.
There you go. There you go. You get a top hat. I'll grow my beard out. Lou, you just stay the same.
Gotta shave some things.
Yeah, well.
John Lennon. No. Vladimir Ilyich Lenin.
Cross the line.
Walter, you're an asshole. Okay, so we're not going to talk about the Big Lebowski.
Oh, good. It's your
Now we
turn.
are.
Yeah, this Slash dude, like, I don't know, you know, like, yeah, you can blame some of that on that drugs, but you got a wild side in you or something to like.
There's
even
a
go
little
down.
streak of
Yeah, there's
something
something
going
like
on
there's some
Because
shit. ain't
there's
right
a
in
lot
the
of
head.
rock stars on drugs that don't do this.
Okay, I want to do this. This is what
Oh,
I
boy.
want to do. I'm gonna mix it up a bit. I've been trying to kind of like.
Mine is more like
do
stupid
some-
things.
Yeah,
than
well, I've
dumb.
been just trying to mix up different genres of this
Oh.
subject matter
Okay.
here.
Oh, boy.
So these are
I
rock.
read some of
These are
those
quotes.
great.
These are like stupid quotes from some of our most beloved rock stars. And Ozzy Osbourne. My son Jack just got out of rehab. He's 17 years old and he got hooked on OxyContin. And I'm just a little pissed off that he never gave me a few.
Sounds right.
I mean, that's Sebastian, a great parenting right there.
Beautiful.
A kid this is from Lemmy. A kid once said to me, "Do you get hangovers?" I said, "To get hangovers, you have to stop drinking."
Uh-huh. There you go.
David Lee Roth. I used to jog, but the ice cubes kept falling out of my glass.
Well, it's a hazard.
Shut the fuck up.
It's a hazard.
Keith Richards. There's like 20 of his, but
Yeah.
I never had a problem with drugs. I've had a problem with the police. Following phrase, even though coming from Gene Simmons, who could have gotten an entire article of his own, is something that most of seasoned rock stars can agree on. I hope the guy who came up with the phrase sex, drugs, and rock and roll rots in hell. I'd like to change it so it makes more sense. Sex, death, and rock and roll. So kids don't do drugs. Here's one from Marilyn Manson. Christians are like dinosaurs about to become extinct.
Oh, interesting.
Didn't happen.
No.
John Lennon, famous for, we're more popular than Jesus now, has a little more context surrounding it than most of us know. Christianity will go. It will vanish and shrink. I needn't argue about that. I am right. I'll be proven right. We are more popular than Jesus now. I don't know which will go first, rock and roll or Christianity. Jesus was all right, but his disciples were thick and ordinary. It's them twisting it that ruins it for me.
That's some logic.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
Axl Rose.
Yes.
Honestly, dude, I have a hard time saying this is a great. Actually, I think it's a great quote. I think these are brilliant. So I apologize. This is on the wrong part. The next one is really stupid. But this is Axl Rose. I'm not God, but if I were God, 3/4 of you would be girls, and the rest would be pizza and beer.
What's wrong with that?
Exactly.
Nothing.
What's wrong with that?
Except for 3/4 of us would be fighting constantly.
Right, over me.
Over you,
And who's gonna deliver me the beer and the pizza?
we're going to take all the beer and the pizza and fight each other.
6 months go by very, very quickly when you're a genius. Who do you think said that?
Kanye?
Robert Plant.
What?
Wow.
Being sober on a bus is totally different than being drunk on a bus.
That Chris Martin
That's
one makes my
actually
brain
right.
hurt.
Well, that's true, no matter who you are. I'm just...
Jim Morrison,
Uh-huh.
considered like great poet and stuff.
Sure.
I think the highest and lowest points are the important ones. Anything else is just in between. That's either brilliant or stupid.
Yeah.
I'm going with dumb.
It's a fine line.
It's a fine. It's
Fine
like a
line.
fine line between
Brilliant and
clever and
stupid.
what does he say?
I think
Stupid and clever.
it's clever and stupid. That was brilliant. No, it is clever, isn't it? It's very clever.
Okay, wait. Who said this? The ability. Wait a minute. Okay, this is good. Here's the quote first.
Okay.
The ability for a woman to orally satisfy somebody in a rock band. That's more important to a rock and that is what's most important to a rock and roll musician.
Let's think about that. Who could it be?
The ability for a woman to orally satisfy somebody in a rock band. That's important to a rock and roll musician. So, that's the quote. Who do you think said that?
Surprising. Who said it to me?
I can't venture a guess.
Chad Kroger.
Oh, here's a stupid one. I just found out that Avril Lavigne
Yeah.
is going to make a movie based on her song Skater Boy,
Oh, God.
with the song being the whole premise of the movie.
Great.
What?
By
Wait
far
a
her
minute.
worst song.
That's like when Saturday Night Live made the Coneheads into it. There wasn't hardly enough to make a skit. They made a whole movie out of it.
Right.
Although it was kind of charming for what it was. This will not be anything like that. This will
But
suck.
I
even worse.
thought like wasn't
There's
that
no
the premise of the music video?
I would
Is it going to
think.
be 2-hour music video?
Yeah, they're just gonna play the song. What would be great is if they literally just played the song over and over. And over.
I will be killing myself that day if I see
Yeah.
that.
And they just show the video over and over. People
Well,
get
yeah,
all
yeah,
excited,
yeah.
and then they go. And
I'm
they-
excited about it because she's quite relevant in this day and age.
Yeah,
so
she's really she's really amazing.
By far her worst song, so there's that.
yeah.
Bill Damiano, dear God, why?
Okay, and finally the quote by Trent Reznor, which is not really about sex,
No.
but still in the same ballpark.
Okay.
Sometimes we pee on each other before we go on stage.
That does not surprise me from him. At
Well,
all.
Lily, there's something
The
Lou and
fuck's
I
wrong
have to
with
tell you about before you walk in.
That's great. I don't give a shit. With how you
sometimes
guys-
Lou and
I
I
got to get off of this
pee each
webpage.
other.
It's upsetting me.
Sometimes we pee on each other too.
That's great. I'm glad
I mean, not intentionally.
I don't
we
get to
just
see-
get a little crazy.
I'm glad I don't get
Just
to see
saying.
that. Can't stand
It's a
you.
little accidental.
I'll bet.
Like that, yeah. Sorry. yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
There it is.
So I had
I'm
this.
kind of uncomfortable with that.
I had this idea.
You're uncomfortable with that?
'Cause I
That's
don't-
what you're uncomfortable
I don't like
with.
clowns.
Well,
so
this
that
is
kinda
what
freaks me
we
out.
were. We
Oh,
were.
but wait till you meet him.
No. I don't want to
Wait
meet him.
until you
I don't want to
meet
hear
him.
the sound, and you want me to meet him?
No, you don't seem to understand.
I
We
do.
made up this clown
We
before
have
you
this
got here.
Clown.
So what I told Kevin, he was telling me a story about something happened at work, and he had some great quip.
Right.
That was
Yeah,
really funny.
yeah.
And I told him, I said, what you should do is just get a little bike horn or like a clown's horn and keep it on your wrist at all times.
No.
And just whenever you make a funny joke, give
Squeeze it.
Yeah, squeeze it. And just see how long it takes for people to go kind of notice
What's
it.
wrong with him? Right?
I'd rather you guys pee on each other. No, I don't like that.
No?
I don't like that.
Well, there goes our idea.
I mean, you could do it together alone when you're peeing on each other. Just don't do it when I'm around.
I'm sorry, Lou.
Okay.
So
all
much
right.
for
Enough
that.
about peeing on each other.
And Honky the Clown.
Oh yeah. So yeah, so then Kevin would say, yeah, I would just we were just like, well, rebrand himself as Honky the Clown.
This is what I get.
Right?
Honky the Clown.
He's Bones' cousin, Honky.
Honky Bones.
Honky.
Oh,
Honky the
God.
Clown. Well, I guess he's not coming to the
Honky the
podcast.
Clown.
Thanks, Lily.
Okay.
Sad now.
Sad clown.
Yeah,
Sad
pretty much.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yes?
You want to
Yes?
you want to throw another one or so out
I'll
there?
throw one.
See
I'll
what
throw it
sticks.
somewhere.
See what sticks.
Michael Todd. You know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
You do. July of 2011, the Coheed and Cambria bass
Ah.
player arrived in Massachusetts on a luxury tour bus hours before a gig at the Comcast Center in Mansfield. He walked into a local Walgreens and threatened to bomb the joint if he didn't get pain pills. The pharmacist handed over 6 bottles of OxyContin, and Todd caught a taxi to the Comcast Center. He was on the tour bus a little later when police caught up with him. As the band walked on stage, Todd was being booked and processed. He was sentenced to 1 year of home confinement.
Makes it hard to tour.
Meanwhile, he threatened with a bomb, but just home confinement. It's okay.
Well,
Wow.
that's great.
Is this from your list?
Some
Is
of
this where
them.
you got
I
some-
took some of them. I took like 4 of them. Maybe not even 4.
While visiting a pub in his hometown of Peterborough, Ontario in 2010, former Skid Row singer Sebastian Bach asked the pub's musician of the evening if he and his friends could sing. The musician, Josh Gontier, right?
Yeah.
Told them to talk to the pub manager. Instead, they sat down and heckled Gontier. Bach threw ice cubes at him, according to the Toronto Sun, asking Gontier if he knew who the star was. The staff asked the group to leave. When Bach was told he couldn't take his wine outside, he smashed his glass against the front door. While waiting for police to arrive, pub owner Jim Kokoris put Bach in a bear hug, prompting Bach to bite his hand. Charges were dismissed. America gets rock stars a little more than Canada does, Bach said later.
That's in true Bach fashion. Though.
And I've heard this, that this is not I heard this is not a one-time thing.
Oh no.
I heard that he likes to show up places and yeah, you know I am, right?
Yeah, you're number 3 member of the Rush fan club
of Canada, man.
Wow.
Oh, Sebastian.
So, that's like, that's really stupid. Like, small-minded. You're an idiot.
That's right. Just get up and sing.
That's
Don't
just
ask.
sort of his way. He's just an asshole wherever he goes. Quite honestly.
But stop making excuses for just because you want to have 7 of his babies.
I don't want to have any of his babies.
Okay, you want to have like 2 of his babies.
I'll take if he has a cat, I will take one.
Okay.
That's all.
I'll take his cat.
If his
You
cat
wanna
had
see
babies,
my
I will
cat?
take a cat.
I can't have my cat. Do you know who I
Can't have
am?
my cat. Oh, goodness gracious. Pittsburgh Kevin, do you have anything you would like to contribute? Anything else you would like to contribute
No.
to today's
I'm
He's
just-
done.
Pine
He
Bar?
quits.
Good day, sir.
I said goodbye.
I say I have to sample that. I got to make sure we have that.
Yeah.
All I got right now is
Blow it out your ass.
You lose.
which I love.
You lose.
I love that. I love that. I loved when they would do that on the Howard Stern show when they would prank people and play that. Oh, people would lose their minds. I love like prank calls.
Can't
Oh,
Did
do
you
that
listen to the
anymore.
Jerky Boys?
Yeah,
ever?
yeah.
I love the Jerky Boys.
Yeah, I had like both their CDs.
So did I.
Yeah.
I think I still do somewhere.
I thought those guys kicked ass.
Crank anchors.
Yeah. I like that. Who was the insult dog?
Oh, Triumph.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For me to poop on.
Oh my goodness. So, do you want to do any more, Lily?
I kind of want to talk about the Foxy Brown one.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Do it.
In 2007, Brown was already on probation for assaulting 2 manicurists at a Florida beauty shop. After purchasing a bottle of hair glue at the Queen Beauty Supply in Pembroke Pines, Brown went to a bathroom to try it out. After 15 minutes, store owner Haysam Ghanem knocked on the door and said they were closing. Brown allegedly said, "I bought this glue and I'll do what I want to do." Then flung the door open, tried to squirt Ghanem with the glue, and knocked over a shelf of spray bottles in a profanity-filled tantrum. Sounds like me when I'm mad.
Yeah.
Later, Brown, who'd been ordered to take anger management classes after the manicure incident, swatted a cop who said he was forced to use a takedown maneuver.
Nice.
I just find that
I need
funny.
to ask, I need. Okay. I am not too, arrogant of a person to admit when I don't know something.
Oh, okay.
So
She's a
who's-
rapper.
Okay.
I just thought it
No,
was
see, I
funny.
thought you were going to go with the other obvious question. The hell is hair glue?
I think it's for wigs. I really don't know, though.
Well, look at Lou and I.
I know. But
We
mine's
have-
real.
Yeah, I know. Look at hair glue. Huh.
Foxy Brown is a rapper,
Foxy.
for those who don't know. I just thought it was a funny story.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
yeah.
that's great.
Because that's just like women anger right there.
Uh-huh.
Let's just, I beat up a manicurist, and now I'm going to take this hair glue and do whatever it
I'm
is
gonna-
I'm doing in this bathroom
I
with it.
beat up a manicurist.
They should have just closed, shut off the lights, locked up, and just left.
I mean, that's what I
She'd
would
come
do.
out after about an hour going,
Yeah, that whole store would be tore
yeah,
up.
yeah, exactly.
Tony Braxton, what a tall drink of water. Oh man, I was so in love with her.
Of
Does she
course
use
you
hair
were.
glue?
I have
Probably.
no idea, but she's smoking. Goodness, Lord Jesus.
She's a nice lady, too.
She's pretty.
Blow it out your ass.
Oh, Lou, come on.
Violence.
I'm gonna blow something out my ass later.
Later. Not now.
Well, you never know. Like, I think that some of these, this day in music,
Makes you mad.
no. I think some of them are like funny because they're like, this means something to somebody, but it's not going to mean anything to the 3 of us. It's unlikely it's going to mean anything to the guys,
Anybody
and girls,
listening.
non-gender specific, and
Fluid.
gender fluids,
Stop
and the
saying that
gender
word.
fluid specific,
It's like moist.
moist gender fluid.
Why do women not like that word?
I don't like that word either. It's disgusting.
I like cake when it's that word.
Stop.
Lou, talk about the thing.
So, but the leading thing here is 1953. Guy Mitchell was at #1 on the UK singles charts with "She Wears Red Feathers."
No way.
Me too.
That is awesome.
I don't really know what
I
that
have no
is.
The Beatles recorded their
Beatles.
What, they
first
did something?
radio performance appearance at Playhouse Theatre in Hulme, Manchester, for the BBC Radio Teenage Turn. Here we
What's
go.
sad is I can understand him.
Yeah, I can too. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Then what happened?
Speaking of stupid shit,
Yes.
the Beatles turned down being at Woodstock.
I did know that.
There's a story about like
And
a
yet-
bunch of bands that were asked and didn't play.
And yet, Shana Na
And yet
was
it didn't
there.
actually
right.
matter, to be honest. So there's that.
Yeah, but I mean, the Beatles really should have played Woodstock. They absolutely should have been there.
I would have gone.
How old were you?
When was it? 67? See, you don't even know, do you? Is it 67?
I actually don't know.
See, come on. If only we had some way of accessing information.
Oh my God, and heaven
Um,
quit.
Brian Wilson, I came
Wasn't
up
it-
in
was it
my
69?
research.
She was 69 or 67. I can't remember. One was this.
69.
It was 69? I was 4 years old. I could have went. Oh, sorry. Lou.
Sorry.
Sorry. Whose podcast is it?
It just seemed more
He's
like a-
lost the podcast.
Oh, I can't work on it.
It's my
I
podcast
want
and I'm
I
going
want my
home.
manager. I want my manicurist.
Here's a hint.
Somebody draw me a hot bath.
Wait, you
Here's
beat
your
up the
Google.
manicurist. You can't have that.
We have a mannequin.
Brian Wilson came up in my
Research.
today.
Yeah.
And he got up and at the I believe at their induction in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and like insulted a bunch of people. And then like it was really hard. I can't remember who he picked on off the top of my head. But the caveat was Bob Dylan performed later and got up and said, "I want to thank Brian Wilson for not mentioning me." Not
Brilliant.
Brian Wilson, Mike Love. I'm saying
Mike Love. Okay.
I was gonna say, does Brian even know what he said?
That Brian Wilson, man, that's a. Did you see
Love
the?
and Mercy? Or,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It
fantastic.
was pretty good. It was different. But these these are funny. Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk about that now.
Don't talk about the Beatles.
You know, yeah, we mentioned Guy Mitchell. This is like nobody's gonna know this.
Pick stuff we know.
67, working on their next album, the Beatles recorded additional overdubs for Lovely Rita, including harmony vocals. So the Beatles, like
Blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah.
the on this day in 1972, the Beatles farted, and it stunk a little bit.
Just a little.
They didn't shart.
No sharting.
And Paul McCartney ate a sandwich.
But what kind?
Yeah, on this day, John Lennon
Cheese and onions.
woke up with a headache.
And beat his wife.
Beat his wife and slapped his child.
Did you say peed on his wife?
No.
Either way, just go with it.
Yeah.
That'd be like a pee beating.
Beetle pea beaten.
A beetle pee
It's a beetle pea beaten, isn't it?
Beetle pee.
Beetle pea.
You know, I wonder how much beetle pee would go for if you could.
I probably.
If
am
somebody
right.
would have thought to save that.
Michael Goltz, be careful, Lily Six and Kevin. Lou could be go all Van Halen on you two and fire your asses.
Yeah, Lily and I are friends.
You guys are out of here.
Lou would do that to us.
Here's an interesting Lee Marvin,
Yeah.
the actor.
Yeah, he's a
Well, he was on the UK singles chart this day in 1970 with "Wandering Star" from the film Paint Your Wagon.
Wow.
Yeah, I just watched a little mini documentary on YouTube, like a 12-minute documentary about that movie, and they mentioned that they had a hit, a musical hit, singing the theme song
Wow.
to that movie.
I'll sing it.
Simon and Garfunkel's album "Bridge Over Troubled Water" started a 10-week run at #1 in the U.S. chart on this day in 1970.
Wow.
But the duo had split up by the time of the release.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, Bruce Springsteen during a showcase gig at Max Kansas City Records boss John Hammond suffered a heart attack. The event was to mark the signing of his new act, Bruce Springsteen. Wow, so he's recording, and the guy that signs him has a heart attack there.
That's great.
That's very bizarre. Now that's an interesting thing in rock history.
Yeah,
sure.
You know.
kind of, yeah.
Max's Kansas City is one of the first places Aerosmith played.
See, we're learning so much tonight.
I know.
Do you like the movie Deliverance?
Yes and no.
Yes and yes. Yeah.
Squeal.
Some of it makes me sick to my stomach. but I
Squeal,
will watch
Lily.
it. I don't think I haven't.
Oh my.
Hello.
Whoa, hey, getting to
A
know
song from the
you.
movie Deliverance called Dueling Banjos,
Banjos.
by Eric Weisberg and Steve Mandel became one of the few 1970s instrumentals to be awarded a gold record.
That's interesting.
Oh, interesting.
The record had topped the Cashbox magazine bestsellers list and reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. There's all kind of interesting stuff about that scene when they play it in the movie, like
Yeah.
when they play the dueling banjos in the movie, and like that's not that kid's arms.
I did know that. I
that,
did know
like-
Grafted someone else's arms onto his
So
body.
they did a very kind of like using camera angles and stuff like
Uh-huh.
that. They hid somebody's arms coming up from underneath them. Like it was a very simple like thing that they did, but they just filmed it in the right way that you can't tell.
That's one of those movies on IMDb that I read all the trivia for.
yeah,
So I did
yeah,
know.
yeah.
It's absolutely fascinating.
What year? What year did the movie come out?
1973.
So that song, like, well, maybe not so much you, but like you and I were, alive in that period, and I remember hearing that song. And I'm just thinking to myself, did we hear it on the radio? Did the radio play that
They
instrumental?
probably
Yeah,
did.
because
Yeah.
it was the number
'Cause it
2
was
on the
you-
Billboard.
Was it?
Hot
Okay,
100,
there you
yeah.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a big hit. So it's like
Yes.
it's like one of those songs that like you kind of like you pick around on the guitar for a little while. You find it, ding 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 ding.
You're like,
ding,
oh
ding,
yeah,
ding.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
Here it
kinda
is.
like-
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
One of those type of things. It's a and it kind of was it's a bluegrass song that kind of became a pop hit. It's weird, cool jam. Do you say David Bowie or do you say David Bowie?
Bowie.
I say Bowie.
I believe in his home country, it's Bowie.
Well, I believe I don't care.
They're stupid.
I believe I don't care. I believe you can kiss my ass. This is a Lily song.
Truth.
Stop thinking about it every night and day. Get your ass out and fly away.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Sounds like me.
Wow.
Dave Bowie released his 9th solo album, Young Americans. The album marked the departure from the glam rock style of Bowie's previous albums, showcasing his interest in soul and R&B music. Young Americans featured the song Fame, co-written by Carlos Alomar and John Lennon. Which gave Bowie his first U.S. Number 1 hit single. So the change in direction worked for him. Elton John was immortalized in wax at Madame Tussauds in London, the first rock star since the Beatles, on this day in 1976.
Wow.
There's some good ones on this one. On this day in 1980, the film Coal Miner's Daughter, the biography of Loretta Lynn,
Loretti.
starring Sissy Spacek. Spacek won the Academy Award for Best Actress for her portrayal of Lynn. Tommy Lee Jones and Beverly D'Angelo also played leading roles in the film, which was a huge success with critics at the box office. So go Loretta Lynn.
There you go.
Yep. And this day in 1991, George Michael, readers of Rolling Stone magazine voted George Michael the best male singer and sexiest male artist.
I mean, he's pretty spicy.
Back in the day.
Well, yeah.
Madonna's song in 1998 went to number 1 the UK singles chart with Frozen, the singer's 8th UK number 1, taken from her dance-influenced album Ray of Light. So, and let's wap up.
Let's wrap up.
Let's wap.
I guess we're Elmer Fudd now. Go ahead.
Wap.
Killed a wabbit.
Wow.
What's wrong with that?
Did you ever see the
What's wrong with
Princess
wrapping up?
Bride?
Yes.
Wav.
Wow.
Wow with wowage.
Now
When that's, I remember going to see that in a movie theater and going like, What's happening?
happening here?
Did somebody like put something in my drink or something? You know what I mean? Like, is the acid just kicking in now? I was like, what the fuck? And they do the whole
talking
thing,
about?
and I'm like, oh my god. And you know, they just did it because it was going to be funny.
Right.
Like it really makes no sense, but it's just fucking funny. That's the rule of comedy. As long as it's funny,
long as it's
doesn't
funny.
matter.
Yeah.
As long as it makes you laugh. Townes Van Zandt was born this day in 1944. His music has been covered by such notable and varied artists as Bob Dylan, Lyle Lovett, Steve Earle, Cowboy Junkies, Andrew Bird, Alison Krauss, Gillian Welsh, Willie Nelson, and Merle Haggard.
Merle Haggard.
Yeah, they had a big hit with Poncho and Lefty in in I don't know when.
You could
Doesn't
just
matter.
You
I
could have said
started
anything at
in
this
2089.
point. Wow.
I'm old. You guys would be dead.
Yeah. Shut up.
Chris White, bassist with the Zombies. She's not there. Tell her no. She's coming home. Time of the season. Born this day in 1945.
1945.
Michael Fisher, Procol Harum.
Yes.
This day in 1946. Peter Wolf. I like this band a lot. From the Jay Giles Band.
Sure.
No, I want to hear that song.
Born this day in 1946.
Wow.
Ernie Isley,
Ooh.
Oh.
from the Isley Brothers.
I know a lot of people who don't like them, but I like them.
I like their Chip Tam,
Of
Well,
course you do.
where they gave Jimi Hendrix a gig.
Klondikes.
He was their guitar player.
I like the skyscraper ice cream cones at Isley's.
Oh boy.
I didn't know these brothers though. Well, there was more than one restaurant. I guess maybe
See what I have to deal with?
one guy couldn't run them all. I guess there's a couple brothers.
Who remembers Taylor Dane? I love Taylor.
Oh,
Dane.
yeah.
Tell it to my heart. But she was fine.
Yeah, I see.
She was a fine piece of woman. Back in the day, wanted to get with her.
She's 60.
If you know what I mean.
She's in my wheelhouse.
I take a 60-year-old Taylor Dane over a 50-year-old whoever.
Taylor, if you're
Doesn't
listening,
even matter who it
Happy
is.
birthday, Taylor Dane. I don't care.
Happy birthday, Taylor.
Paul Davis.
Paul Davis.
Not that Paul Davis.
The
A
other
different
one.
Paul Davis. Another Paul Davis.
Oh, okay.
Not the Paul Davis who sang "Do Right" and those cool songs.
Right,
in the
right.
70s.
No, it's a different
This,
one.
yeah, this is some different guy. From the Happy Mondays.
What?
From the Happy Mondays.
That's just wrong.
Well,
right
we
there.
do the podcast on Mondays.
Well, that's
so
true. It is
it's
happy.
Happy Mondays.
What's happy in the evening, at least?
I feel happy in the evening too. So
Yes,
that's
yes.
pretty much the birthdays.
Oh.
Some of these people, I don't know who in the hell they are, and I'm sorry. So if I miss your
Guess
person,
who doesn't care?
and so
Yeah,
yeah.
they're probably
You know,
out there listening,
if you
hoping
want to
to hear
talk
their
about those
birthday
people,
announced.
you can start your own podcast.
Yeah, yeah, and we won't listen to yours either. I'm just saying.
Does anybody want us to do we need to address anybody in the audience again?
No, we don't.
Somebody said, who says a Peton? What's that mean?
I don't. That was Chris Thunderwolf. I'm not sure what he meant by that.
He says maybe say he's peeing.
Oh,
Oh.
Taylor Dane was hot as hell.
that's Michael
Yes.
Gold.
Of course.
Yes.
Still is, but that's fine.
We're having a good time. All right.
Part
So
of our-
we've pretty much, I think, come to the end, haven't we?
Blow it out your ass.
Oh, there you
Well,
go.
I think
That's what
I
it
think
is.
we've
You've
come to
had
the
enough.
end. Then
I think so.
I think that's going to be the end for today. I just.
My only friend, the end.
Okay, I have some funny band names to share
Oh,
with you
here we
guys.
go.
Okay,
After
here
we're
we go.
done. But
This is what we waited.
all right,
all night
guys.
for.
You check out Wolf's Customs. Go to wolfscustoms.online or find them on social media to get custom artwork done on your musical instrument. RockRageRadio.com is the app. Download it. Listen to great music. Great music programming. Loudini RockandRollCircus.com and LouLombardiMusic.com to become part of the inner circle, as well as get access to some cool downloads and stuff like that. Lily,
I have my show on Rock Rage Radio. It's Hot Licks with Lily 6, Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Download the app for free or just go to rockrageradio.com.
awesome, and Captain Obvious. No,
No, I'm Mr. Pittsburgh.
Mr. Pittsburgh.
I'd like to thank everybody that came down to the Cannon Laundromat Wednesday morning. for my appearance down there. There's so many. I can't remember all of your
Was
names.
it lounge
but
music?
It was lounge music. We watched the TV.
Did you have a charcuterie board?
A what?
Never mind.
Oh my. But no, but we watched my laundry. And guys, thank you so much for coming down. I'll be there again Wednesday morning. Please feel free to come down and bring food.
Blow it out your ass.
I'll do that later. I'll do that after you feed me. So there you go.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
Yes.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie is what people say now.
Sharknado.
Or that.
All right, guys, are we done? I think we're done. I think we need to
Sure.
be.
I gotta go. I gotta pee. So yeah.
All right, guys. You guys have a great week. We'll catch you all in the next Loudini Rock and Roll Circus podcast. Oh, by the way, give you a sneak preview. Next week is our album.
Yes.
Oh.
Here's the title of the podcast. Now, don't start shit right now. The title of the podcast is going to be. You ready for this?
Do it.
It's going to be Saint Anger.
Now shut it off quick.
Oh my God.
Is it as bad as you remember?
Wow.
Check it out. Catch you guys next week. Have a great one. Okay. I thought it was okay. Well, I had a good time. It made no sense. I don't really care.
Got a lot of response from the audience, man.
I really like I think we have to really kind of like open ourselves up, you know, and just like do what the fuck ever. We gotta have some fun, man.
Let our joy and our happiness flow out of me into you. Kitty cat.
There's so many guitar things on YouTube. I always want to show you, but that Peter Frampton thing was very cool.
Yeah.
Bella Thomas says,
I want to be studio audience someday. Bring beer.
Blow it out your ass.
I can't get enough of that. I have it like saved to my favorites. That's let's find the thing from
Yes.
what Willy Wonka,
Willy
Oh,
Wonka.
yes.
Willy Wonka.
where what's that like good day, sir. Here it is. I found it.
You lose.
Mr. Wonka,
I am extraordinarily busy, sir.
I just wanted to ask about the chocolate. The lifetime supply of chocolate for Charlie. When does he get it?
He doesn't,
Why not?
because he broke the rules.
What rules? We didn't see any rules, did we, Charlie?
Wrong, sir. Wrong. Under Section 37B of the contract signed by him, it states quite clearly that all offers shall become null and void if, and you can read it for yourself in this photostatic copy, I, the undersigned, shall forfeit all rights, privileges, and licenses herein and herein contained, etc., fax mentis incendium gloria culpum, etc., memo bis punitor delicatum. It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
When I was a kid.
Good day, sir. I think that it's brilliant, and I wish that like it was really happened in real life.
It did happen in real life, Lou.
Did.
I don't know why you don't know this. Hello.
It did happen. In
I
real
need to hear the Jay Giles band, I feel.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You bumped into the ceiling, which now has to be washed and sterilized, so you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
On that happy note, I'll end the stream.
So what's